So this was the grand night that Donald Trump came out and he said he's running for president of the United States of America. And the only trouble was no one tuned in. No one was watching. I had to tune in on a ham radio. The man had an old ham radio in one of the outbuildings at the Manor House. I had to go out with my apparatus that the rabbit had designed for me, and I had to get on a ham radio because Fox News wasn't carrying it, but Newsmax or those hard right, a couple of them were carrying it, but you can't get that. You can't even get that on the ham radio. I think you could get Newsmax on a CB radio because the trucker's kind of like Newsmax. But I'm telling you, Donald came out and there was no escalator. I was like, Donald, you need an escalator. And there was no Melania. Jared and Ivanka wouldn't even come. I mean, Tiffany was on her honeymoon. She had an excuse. Eric and his older brother were there, but no one even cared. Barron and Melania, they said the hell with it. They're staying up in New York these days. Donald didn't have nobody with him. It was very sad. Ted Cruz offered to come and stand with him, but Donald said, that would make me look worse. Flinty Lindsey Graham wouldn't even come over. It was so horrible. Donald says, yeah, I'm running for president again. Big whoop. Nobody gave a damn. No balloons dropped. There was no confetti. There wasn't any big vibe. There wasn't nobody cheering. There was a few sycophants. Hannity wouldn't even show up. Hannity didn't even want to be there. For Donald Trump to come and say he's running for president again, that's kind of like the 1-7-1 Texans saying they're going to make a true stab at winning the Super Bowl this year. It ain't going to happen. It's kind of like old mangled Tiger Woods saying he's going to win this year's, the British Open or the Masters. Yeah, you know what? I don't know about that, Tiger. Somebody else is probably going to win it. You ain't what you used to be. And it's the same thing for poor old Donald. Somebody should have told Donald. He's like a punch-drunk old fighter who nobody says, hey, Donald, the last bell rung. They counted you out. You're done. I mean, Donald, geez, it's Ron DeSantis, Donald. Listen, the majority Taylor the Green and a couple other, Jim Jordan, a couple other occultish fanatics. Yeah, you might have a couple of them, but if you look around, Donald, you're going to be in a crowd. All your supporters, all your whatever, all the people that are really backing you, the people who are, endorsing you, Donald, they're the ugliest, weirdest fools. You're going to be in a menage of wackadoos, losers, the ugly ones. There's not going to be no good-looking ones, Donald. They're all going to be hideously ugly and weird. I mean, come on. Jeez, bud, you were saying you shouldn't have done it. You had to go through with it now. This is going to be brutal, Donald. This is going to be a death march. This is going to be a march of tears for you. You are not going to be having a good time. This ain't going to be good for your brand, Donald. What you ought to do is get one of them big, luxurious tents. You should go move to Saudi Arabia. That would be good for you, Donald. That would be my advice to you. Don't worry about the presidency, Donald. Get yourself one of them big, fancy tents for elitist Arabs. You should go live in the desert, and that would be good for you.